For those of you that are joining us on YouTube in the future or joining us on Twitch just now, that dollar ticker in the corner, I have made a terrible bet with the internet. If people send in a total of $500 worth of donations, we are going to be tuning this Howling Mine deck and playing it in Milwaukee. If people send in a total of $1,500 in donations towards the owl meme, I'm going to play the Howling Mine deck in Milwaukee wearing an owl costume. So that you can, in the description below, if you want to know what the owl costume looks like, I'm going to put it in the description of the YouTube video. If you're in chat, this is what the owl costume is going to look like. So, you know, if you like me, if you hate your money, if you like giving me money, those are your options. Let's play some Magic. When does the donation challenge expire? Probably the 1st of, let's say the 1st of April, April 1st. That's like 2 weeks. That's like 2 weeks. Because I need time to find cards to play the deck. So 2 weeks probably gives me time to find cards to play the deck. I did trim a Cryptic Command. That is true. There were 3 people that promised 2 $200 donations and a $100 donation if the donation goal made it to a particular point. So, where's to cover the tail end. So if we hit a grand from other people, it's gonna jump up to Street Wraith, Grove of the Burn Willows. Is this Living End? It's the only deck I can think of that would play those 2 cards. It is Living End. Okay, interesting. Cerebral Vortex. Oh, huh. Yeah, I think I know what that card does, right? It's like target player draws 2 cards, and then something. I'm blanking on the last details. I will wear the owl costume for my time spent playing the Open. For my time spent playing the Open, I will wear the owl costume. This is actually a matchup we lost in the league we played with this deck the other night. And 4 Chalice in the sideboard will definitely make it a touch better. Ooh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Gonna go ahead and fetch a basic island here and pass the turn. If I don't day 2 I played in the Classic, I will not. It is only to play it in the Open. Hey, Renzix with the $5 donation. I hope you get a deck tech. Thank you very much. Me too. I hope I get a deck tech too. Nick Miller generally likes me. That's probably something that could happen. I will play Beast Within. That's rude. Alright, let's remand that. And then we can start exhaustioning them here. We get a couple time walks out of those. Runeflare Trap's not terrible down the line. So we'll go land, exhaustion you, pass. Opponent's at 15. Another exhaustion. Exhaustion is so good in this deck. Yeah, it's definitely just exhaustion. And then I can play this out and pass the turn. I'm gonna ban Desolator Magic based purely on the fact that they have the same username as that wanker on YouTube. All right, so this turn we get to go Exhaustion you again, plus play Ebony Owl. Yeah, Exhaustion's kind of nuts. It's very, very good. Right, so they're down to 11. And then next turn, we get to go play another Howling Mine and then kill them with this Runeflare Trap. I also just make them pick a bunch of lands up here. Yeah, I'm probably just going to pick a bunch of lands up, right? Or are they just dead on board? No, I want to make them pick. So if I do this, and then I play the Taco Bell, we'll activate. Well, we can activate the Taco Bell on their turn. I love timing people out that say things like that. It's like taking turns but worse because, and then use your words. Use your words. It's worse than taking turns because... Yeah, Trap and Owl is dead. So opponents stumble, and then we punish them with our brutal combo deck. Yeah, this deck plays more interaction. Also on the play, this deck can just like boomerang people out of games, right? Alright, so in response to your Violent Outburst, I'm gonna make you draw a card, and I'm gonna kill you with Runeflare Trap. Activated my trap card, opponent. This is probably a fine Trinisphere matchup too, right? So it's definitely a Chalice the Void matchup. Is it a Trinisphere matchup? What do we think? What do we think? Is that a Trinisphere matchup? Cryptic Command's a little slow. I don't know if it's... I don't have room to bring in all of these cards, I feel like. I feel like that's too many cards to board in. Yeah, it's like we don't want to dilute our game plan too much. I think I'm just going to bring in one. Honestly, I might not even do that. I might not even do that. Yeah, I'm just going to do this, actually. Like, I have remands, like... Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Did you watch that first game, Arhaze? Exhaustion is the reason why we won the game. Exhaustion is the reason why we won the game. Yeah, maybe the bounce their lands plan's not good enough in this matchup. I'm gonna keep this. Let's hope to draw some lands. On the play, I definitely want the wipeaways, though. Like, we have Chalice, we have everything else we're looking to do. So, like, if we hit a second land, this will probably find us a third. They likely brought in their artifact destruction because of the Howling Mines, though. Yeah, Chalice for 0 stops living end from casting, so I boarded it in. Yeah, I think Exhaustion is definitely the best card in the deck. It's unfortunate. Oh wait, they missed a land too, didn't they? God bless. Hey, who the qualifier with the $25 donation? Is that owl money? It smells like owl money. Have an owling fun time. Thank you very much. God, math is hard. It's 298, 318. Hoagland plays a hoot. Gosh, our opponent's really unlucky. They've drawn a bunch of extra cards and not hit their second land. Like, we kept a greedy one on the draw. Hey, Nox and Cross with the 413 subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate it. As always, if you're enjoying what you see, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. God, what a tilt. I almost wish they'd hit so I could justify conceding. But, like, while they're missing 2, I can't really justify conceding, right? No, I added a 20th land. We added a 20th land. Not for the memes, but for the turd one concedes, right? I could have Spirit Guide Fulminator here. Ingeture is rough. Ingeture sets us back. Maybe I should have kept the other Howling Mine and been like the Ebony Owl? Nah, no way. Probably just supposed to Chalice the Void. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna play this and just hope they keep missing and this kills them. And they can't combo without a green source here because they need a creature in play to cast Demonic Dread. What are they casting for 4 mana? Are they suspending Living End? Oh, they're just casting stuff. Okay, that makes sense. No. They're just getting cards out of their hand, basically. They're also putting a creature in play so they could Demonic Dread, potentially. Maybe, like, the question is, do we think we're winning the game after they combo? Or are we supposed to just, like, keep them from comboing with Trinispheres and whatever else is? I think the answer is we're just supposed to try and keep them from comboing. I think that's our goal, at least. So we're looking to dodge green mana here, because green mana lets them Violent Outburst. Alright, that probably means we're dead. Because if they Violent Outburst, they get to kill my Ebony Owl. And then kill us. Although they don't have anything that kills lands in the bin, right? So I could potentially Cryptic Command Fog for a couple of turns. Whoa! Whoa! Did they just pass us? Holy crap. Well, I just passed the turn now, right? Because they can have Beast Within, right? That's what this is. This is Beast Within. I'm pretty sure this is Beast Within. Yeah, we're supposed to just hold up. No, I'm pretty sure this is Beast Within and they don't have Violent Outburst. Hold up Remand for dear life, right? You know, if they hit, why would they do this now? This sequencing is so weird. Why wouldn't they just do this on their turn? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just do this on your turn? Do you have Spirit Guide Ricochet Trap? No, apparently not. Alright, if they don't have an instant to play, they die in their upkeep to this trigger. They can have another Violent Outburst. Yeah, they have another Violent Outburst. Okay. So, like, and this means they don't die to the Ebony Owl. Maybe I was supposed to... Oh, they also get to kill this. Huh. So we're not dead yet, though. And the Fevered Visions is going to chew them, and then Cryptic Command can buy us a turn, right? Who wanted to cut the Cryptic Command from this deck? I think the Cryptics are great. There should probably be 2 of them. Yeah, if they don't have a way to kill Fevered Vision, they're going to die, right? Yeah. I think we can still win this. Project Swamp, 3 months of memes. What could be better? Thanks for re-upping that Amazon Fund money. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I did. I was a fool. Cryptic's just so flexible. Cryptic is just so flexible. Giga Drowse seems really loose here. I don't think Giga Drowse helps us do anything. You do have the 3-month sub badge now. You know, I probably should have kept the Taco Bell for Runeflare Trap purposes. Although I guess they cycle a bunch. So this does damage if they have 4 or more cards. So if they don't have Beast Within here, this is going to kill them. Or they need to get their hand down to like, they need to play like 6 cards out of their hand, or 4 or 5 cards or whatever. Howdy Gaming, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe bounce the stomp. Oh, I should have bounced the Stomping Ground. Yeah, because if I bounce the Stomping Ground, it keeps them off of green mana because they can't shock it back in. So if they drew Beast Within for the turn or off a cycle, yeah, I definitely should have bounced the Stomping Ground. Yeah. Yeah, Chet's right. Oh, if they Beast Within, they're dead to the token. That's really funny. That's super funny. Okay, yeah. 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Oh, actually, the line of bouncing loses to Ricochet Trap, because they could Ricochet Trap, bounce the Fevered Visions. So I think what we did was right, considering we can just attack them with the Beast token. I didn't consider bouncing a land, but I think considering all the possibility of cards they generally play, we're fine. Yeah, open you to Ricochet Trap. I agree. I agree. That's a good consensus. Oh no, what? What just... Oh, fucking Windows, man. Sorry. Apparently when you shake a window back and forth on Windows, it hides everything. That's annoying. You have to link your Amazon account with your Twitch account, Gaming, and then you'll have the Prime option on your screen on your desktop. The opponent's trying to figure out their best line. They're trying to figure it out. Hey, Scuttles with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. Thanks for sending your Amazon Fun money this way this month. I do appreciate that. Start by attacking. Is this good? I like how they came out of the tank and then, like, did that. Thank you to everyone who's hanging out here tonight. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. I stream Magic full-time here on this channel. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Inksgaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronics and you. At the very least, make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always post what videos I'm going to be playing for the day generally when I go live, so you can kind of know when you want to tune in. You can also... if you miss one of my live streams, you can catch the replay on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, because I don't steal people's music while I stream. 100% of my videos get archived there, and you can have full audio playback and all that goodies. I break them up by deck. Anoronics is just another viewer, like you all. And someone that sent in lots of dollary dues and got himself a banner ad, among other things. This hand is great. Turn 2 Boomerang into Temple Bells, into Exhaustions. I'm gonna bottom that, I think, since I already have a Taco Bell in my hand. Do you like this deck better than the Polymorph deck? This deck's funnier than the Polymorph deck. It's probably slightly weaker in power level, but, like, you know, details. Alright, what you got, opponent? Inquisition. Oh no. Oh no. Owls, tacos, trap cards. This deck's great. It's definitely... Oh no, they took the Boomerang. The jig is up, chat. They know what's going on. They understand what we're doing. They took the Boomerang away. This is a competitive league, because this is a competitive deck. That's why I'm thinking about playing it at an open. Can I just say I love what you are doing? I love what we're doing too. I think it's a grand old time. Now I'm sad that we bought him the extra Taco Bell. Now I'm sad that we bought him just... Okay, it wouldn't have mattered. We're not going to have spells here. Shadowless 10 with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome as always. Subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's fine. I want those cards in my hand anyways. Okay, so this is the 4-color Bedlam pile, it looks like. Yep. DeCandio's deck. This is probably not terrible for us. They probably don't have a particularly fast clock, and we get to Blood Moon them out of the sideboard. This is a Chalice of the Void matchup. They have a lot of 1-mana spells. This is probably a Chalice of the Void matchup, right? It's a Blood Moon Chalice matchup. Vidalcan Shackles. The problem is all of the matchups... Vidalcan Shackles is mostly just unplayable in Modern in general, because all of the matchups you want Vidalcan Shackles in are Culligan's Command matchups, basically. I think about Jund Shadow. I think it's a fine deck. We played it some with Blood Braid Elf and it seems sweet. Do you accept donation towards Howling Mine as bits or some other way? Bits or donations, just gotta make sure you note what you're sending them for. 100 bits is $1 towards the Owl Fund. So I get to recast this here. Hopefully we can hit a Howling Mine effect or a Tempo Bell or Fevered Visions would probably be the best. That's the one they probably have the hardest time killing. Runeflare Trap. That one's going to be pretty close to lethal at some point. Am I supposed to, like, keep their lands tapped here, or am I supposed to use this to keep their creature tapped? I think I'm going to use this to keep their creature tapped for a turn. One, two, three, four. So this is going to be a Bedlam Reveler. Another Grimflare. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, Tino with the Howling Mine here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the bits. Take hit for 4 here. Keep their lands and stuff tapped next turn. Hopefully we hit a Howling Mine here would be our ideal draw. Boomerang would be an okay second. Alright. Traps are probably going to be a little bit slow. And this is a good example of why I didn't want to add a 4th trap to the deck. Because, like, when you're not winning, the Runeflare Trap just basically doesn't have a text box, right? Like, it's a 6-mana card that doesn't have a text box. And, like, when you are winning, we're both drawing a lot of cards, so we're going to find the Runeflare Traps to kill them with. God bless auto mod. All right, if we hit a Boomerang here, we could be in business potentially. I would love to damage your cardboard in Cincinnati Unknown Darkness. I'm gonna try and remember to bring a man, what if they flashback a Faithless Looting? I think going down to 2 traps could be a possibility. That's definitely one of the things I'm going to consider. I think going down to 2 traps could be reasonable. Uh-oh, lightning bolts, that's scary. Hey, Ajax the Greater with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much, Ajax, I appreciate that, as always. If you enjoy what I do, subs are the best way you can support it. Looks like we're dead. I don't think that's true, Shadowless. I think Netsuke is much worse on average. Netsuke just like... Netsuke is more disruptible. It's predictable. So this is a Chalice matchup. It's probably a Blood Moon matchup. I think I'm gonna go down... Yeah, Cryptic is just better than Snap in this deck. I think I agree with that assessment. I don't want to cut my Spirit Guides when I'm planning to Moon them and Chalice them. I'm gonna cut a Mikokoro. What else do I want to trim here? I don't really want to cut any of the core components of my deck. Like, I feel like I'm probably obligated to trim some of these if I'm bringing in these effects. Yeah, traps. The lock is the real win cut here. I agree with that. I think Exhaustion's pretty good. I guess maybe if they get on the board, maybe we just want the Exhaustions on the draw. Helicat MTG with the $22 donation to make things nice and round, I'm assuming. Please only eat Tootsie Pop rolls all day while wearing the owl costume. But this is the 360. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's try, because this is like it's like one interactive card for another. I kind of like that idea. Can you tell me which of these I checked off my owl dad joke bingo card? Hallelujah. This could be an okay Engulf matchup too. I just like, I don't want too much interaction and not enough actually kill them cards is the thing. I don't want Trinisphere. I don't want Trinisphere. I think Blood Moon and Chalice is fine. I'm gonna reassess on the draw. I don't... The Chalice is fine. I don't need Trinisphere 2, chat. Yeah, the Leyline of the Void is a card I want to try as well. No, the Spirit Guides, I want to try and get them with Chalices and Blood Moons. Owl Drazi Tron. Sand looks great. The idea was Storm Maester and like Zoo decks, but you're right. I think it might just be redundant with Chalice, and those should probably just be ley lines. The Howl costume looks better and better every time I open the link. And remember, chat, there were 3 people in chat that pledged to put up the last $500 if we get to the $1,000 mark for the owl costume. So all the rest of you have to do is get it to 1,000, and then it's gonna shoot up to 1,500 by the power of the internet. Honestly, let's be like real talk here. There's probably a good chance that this deck should just have Blood Moon in the main, right? Is there a non-zero chance this deck should just have Blood Moon in the main? Probably. All right, so do we Temple Bell or do we Boomerang them here? I kind of just want a Temple Bell. Is that insane? Is it insane just get the bell going? I guess putting their land back's pretty good, but they just have so many 1-mana cards. I really don't want to get the bell. I really don't want to get the bell discarded. Yeah, get the engine started, basically. Yep. Because this way, if they discard spell us, we just get to gas back up. Yeah, Bell for discard reasons. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking, like, maybe try Blood Moons in the main, try Ley Lines in the board. It does stop them from casting spells. Yep, and, like, we're a Simian Spirit Guide deck anyways, so, like, you know, whatevs. Another Taco Bell, that sounds great. Put us down to 12 already. Howling Mine. All right, so... I think I'm just going to leave that in play for now. So, like, play the other bell out here, go. I didn't really bring in good ways to clean this stuff up, though, did I? Don't have Engulf or Anger. Need to figure out exactly what our board plans are. Milwaukee is April 7th and the 8th. The donation goal is going to run until April 1st. Yes, you're correct. We should wait until their end step because they play that card. They got a basic mountain. Okay, well, let's hope we draw Blood Moon here. Ajax with the $12 donation. Curious Spirits to add to the queue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll do that. Yeah, I agree. Engulf was really good. That's why I added it. Hey, gaming. Thank you for getting that Amazon Fun Money set up. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, that could just be lethal next turn, right? Right? I'm going to Boomerang one of their things back to their hand here. They're at 9. They're drawing up to 9. They're drawing up to 10. Yet Rune Trap is so good. Yeah, Engulf seems great. I agree. That's why I feel like there's a lot of good details to work on in this deck. Hey, Kadari with the $40 donation. Let's bring them Owlmocracy to Milwaukee. Thank you for the big donation. I appreciate that. All right, we're on the scoreboard. So I want these Engulf the Shores. I probably want these Angers. Do I get a side owl costume or something? Yeah, it's kind of like a in the middle type thing, right? It was a good trap, I agree. It was a good trap. Do I trim? Like, if I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep their lands in their hand, do I trim some of these effects? Like the Eye to Nowheres? Remand's also worse on the draw. I think Anger might actually be okay here as well. Yeah, I think those are all good inclusions. I want to try Leyline as well, Stifle Nex. I want to try Leyline as well. We're 1-0 in this league, Burgle, and this is game 3. This is a competitive league, and we are 1-0 currently. Do we want Trinisphere? Do you think Trinisphere is better than Chalice? I don't think it is. It's like Trinisphere versus Chalice. Yeah, I guess that's true. Wipe Away is just worse. Wipe Away is an instant, but that probably doesn't matter. I've just like, we're just like science dogging the crap out of this. Yeah, Exhaustion seems okay too, especially on the draw. I have no idea what we're doing. I didn't plan to play Howling Mine tonight. I had been thinking about this deck a little bit, but I didn't put in enough thought to like have board plans and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Most of our hands are keeps just because like against the mono discard deck, you just like keep hands with lands and spells. If we hit the owl, yes, I agree. I agree. I also agree that Engulf the Shore just seems nuts in this deck, so. This is why I added 2 of those and adjusted the mana base accordingly. What's going on, Micah Mind? I think it's modern, and any deck could 8-0 any given tournament. I think regardless of what deck you told me was doing well at a tournament, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds fine, because it's modern. All of them. Which match are we trying to improve? All of them. Ideally, the problem you need to solve with a deck like this is we need to figure out how can we possibly beat people that are able to play all of their cards out. So it's like, Do we play Blood Moons? Do we play Chalices? Do we play, you know, do we play Trinispheres? Like, what's the plan against people that are good against our primary plan, basically? This deck is generally good against, like, the mid-range decks. It's nuts against control decks, right? And slower decks, so you can just, like, boomerang them into oblivion. And Staring Bridge, because our hand's always empty. Yeah, I agree, Larnax. Probably terrible regardless of how you cut it. You probably don't. You probably don't. And regardless of what your deck is, you're going to have matchups that you just can't win in Modern. That's just how it goes, I don't know. I think you just, like, you have to pick matches you're giving up, and I think Affinity is just one you give up for it. Yeah, I think Blood Moons in the main are something worth playing. You could put a Madcap package in the side. So the problem with Madcap in the side is we have to board out all of our artifacts from the main deck. Chalice is okay against Affinity and Burn. I wouldn't call it good. I would not call it good. So they have Basic Forest and Basic Swamp, which sucks for us. We have a Monkey. Do I just cast this Monkey? I feel like I just want to cast this Monkey. Yeah, and they're going to be bringing in Artifact 8 anyways. That's a knock against the transitional package. Are there any other transitional packages that are good against aggro? No, your bounce spells you want to be able to bounce their lands with, so Cyclonic Rift doesn't do anything. It's not a real game. That's true. It's not a real combo game until we're attacking with the Simian Spirit Guide, right? That's our motto around these parts. The People's Monkey, the Simian Spirit Guide cast. Young Pyro is actually a really interesting consideration. Ooh, Ancient Grudge is bad for us. Yes, you have surgical my Howling Mines. Oh, they flash back Ancient Grudge? So they don't have another one? Yeah, they flashed it back. Okay. I don't think that's true, Nerdstar. So Modern's a format where people have a lot of creature removal. So like playing creatures in your main deck means that you are going to creatures in your main deck means that you're going to turn on their removal, whereas they're likely going to board out a lot of that removal post board against us. So let this Faithless Looting happen. They might not be able to attack with this because we have the Simian Spirit Guide. Engulf the Shore looks real bad against Bloodbraid Elf. We're going to make sure to hit this Taco Bell because if we hit a trap, we could trap them. Oh, I should wait till their end of turn to do this because they're a bauble deck. That was a mistake. Yeah, I don't think they can attack here. I want them to attack me. Yeah, this attack is good for me. That's a Blood Moon. Is the Blood Moon worth playing? The Blood Moon's probably worth playing, right? It, like, cuts them off of some stuff. That's probably just a bad matchup for you, Mappa. Actually, does it? Yeah, it only cuts off white, right? Like, do I even care about that? I kind of just want to bounce this, right? What if I just bounce this to their hand? Like, it makes their fetch lands and shock lands better? I'm just gonna Boomerang this Sacred Foundry and pass the turn. Oh, I can Boomerang Reveler in response to its trigger. That's a good point. Hey, Hoagland's my hero. Hogland's my hero with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Thing in the Ice sounds really hot, actually. That sounds like the perfect card for playing against these aggressive decks. Look at that. They shocked. That's great for us. They're down to 3. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We are 1-1. This is game 3 of this match. We are 1-1. This is game 3 of this match. You're killing my monkey. That's sad. I guess I can Boomerang plus Blood Moon here. I'm gonna start by drawing, see what we get. Go. If we draw a trap, we actually kill them, right? Because they're at 5 and they have 6 cards in their hand here. So trap is potentially lethal. We have 2 traps in our deck right now. We do have 2 traps in our deck. Anger of the Gods is also decent. We've got plenty of cards that do trigger Thing in the Ice, though, right? It's another Blood Braid, yep. Pyromancer, sure. So if they have a bolt, we're dead. 2 shots at a trap. I can still cast Engulf the Shore. Yeah, so I'll play this, see what we get. Yeah, if they don't have a bolt, we get another turn, right? If they don't have a bolt, we get another turn. We've also, like, let them draw a bunch of extra cards. They probably have 4 bolts in their decks. They likely don't have a ton of cards that are great against us. That's true. They do, in fact, always have the bolt. It's unfortunate that we're through 25 cards and never found another Chalice. Alright, kill me. I was gonna say, Bedlam Reveler is actually nuts against us, right? Because it gets all the cards out of their hand. Although I suppose all these Temple Bells and stuff let us draw up. So they need to draw land plus bolt here. God, they drew land plus bolt. What a lucker. Would we have gotten him next turn? God, we'd have killed him next turn too. We'd have killed him next turn too if they hadn't hit there. I don't know why people feel the need to harass people on Magic Online chat. I really wish they would remove the chat box. We were so close. Yeah, so we're gonna need to... So we would have drawn this, and then we'd have activated Bell, and then Belled 3 times, and then Runeflare Trap them for lethal. actually. All right, we're 1-1. See if we can rally it back. Definitely have some good ideas for ways to improve this, which is good because it's looking like we're gonna play the deck. If maybe not an owl costume, but we're definitely gonna play. Just rude things that don't need to be repeated, because that's all Magic Online chat is generally used for. There's no reason for a chat. Yeah, the chat on Magic, like, there's a reason why Blizzard's really good at stuff, and there's a reason why there's no actual chat on Hearthstone. There's a large reason for that. I don't think that was necessarily a mistake, Big F Monster. Like if you're psychic and you can tell the future, you could probably say it's a mistake if you know they have their one of Campbell, but like we can't know the future. So like, could you make if you like chatting with people that are helpful, you could add people that are helpful to your friends list, and then I don't have to experience harassment because people are obnoxious. Yeah, but they're the number of constructive conversations that occur via Magic Online chat compared to the number of obnoxious twats that just want to like be obnoxious via it are so few and far between. So few and far between. War of Invention. War of Invention sounds really terrible. Why would I want War of Invention? Make a case. Oh, it's blue. It's blue Tron. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm just going to pass here, and we'll end step wipe away one of their lands. Probably their blue source. They'll probably only have one blue source. You cannot turn the chat box off on Magic Online, right? Getting the great use out of fries and other people's, that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe away their Ouroboros here. And then we get to untap and slam this Fevered Visions. Maybe I don't slam the Fevered Visions because I'm supposed to... they could Tron us next turn. Hey, the Urban Pope with the brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Land thing. I kind of want to see this deck on stream. Can we really get to 1,000 for the costume, F Gator, with the $6 in bits? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, well, remember I can't double Boomerang because these all cost blue, right? And we have this Mikokoro in play. I kind of want to just jam the Fevered Visions. They don't have a ton of scary things in their build of Tron. See, I'm just going to play the Fevered Visions here and pass the turn, I think. Because I feel like even if they have the natural Tron, there's a good chance they can't punish us with it, especially with Boomerang Eye to Nowhere in hand. They're down to 18. They're slowly dying. Cryptic Command's a good draw. Do I want to just Eye know where their land? I think so. So we could actually trap them this turn if we wanted, but I probably want to wait a turn till I can do it with... Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and Boomerang them here. So I can keep them, try and keep them in the stone range. Try and keep them in the Stone Age here. This is a Condescend. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Let some Scry. God, that artwork is sweet. Alright, so they're down to 16 here. Our Runeflare Traps are going to flare up here in a second. Spirit Guide's a decent draw. And cast this Fevered Vision. Pass the turn here. I'll discard this extra Taco Bell that we have. I think As Foretold is too slow, Burgle. I think that's too slow. It's a tough one. I think it's too slow. Am I gonna counter this and bounce one of their lands? I think I am. So counter this, bounce your Urza's Tower. So I don't want to bounce their blue source. Because I just have another blue source to replay. Are you having fun yet, opponent? I'm having fun. I hate you. Look at all these cards my opponent has to discard. That's not very smart. They should hold on to those. They should hold on to all those sweet cards. Alright, so I'm gonna draw step, kill them with these traps. I can't kill them with the traps in their draw step because I guess I could play Howling Mine, and then I can draw step, kill them with these traps. Yeah, so we'll be able to trap them twice, plus Remand. Oh, I also could Boomerang this land. Alright, continue. Is the monkeys for the surprise cryptics, right? You can hard cast trap cards. I'm aware. I'm aware that you could hard cast trap cards. How does this deck beat Treasure Hunt? Asking the real questions. Is this deck real? I mean... Every deck in Modern is a 3-2 deck, chat. Every deck in Modern is a 3-2 deck. This is probably a matchup that's pretty good for us, right? So do I even want a sideboard? Are these Blood Moons worth bringing in? The Exhaustions probably aren't amazing. Do we think Exhaustion is bad? I kind of want to just do this. Well, it kind of cares about Blood Moon, right? Like, we want to be able to keep them off of big mana. Yeah, I think there should be Leyline of Sanctities in our sideboard and maybe some kind of transitional plan. I think I'm gonna do this. I think Exhaustion's not amazing, but we'll see. Chalice on 6 to prevent Mindslaver. This is a turn 2 Blood Moon, so that's pretty good. Good and early. Remand's pretty good in this matchup too. Can also turn 1 Remand here. No, I don't think I want to Chalice Blue Tron. I think I'd be willing to Chalice non-Blue Tron, but Blue Tron sounds Sounds a little loose. This is fine. I'm siding one with nothing. Lol. Alright, there's a Talisman of Dominance. That's fine. This Blood Moon is just, like, here to keep them off of... The goal of this Blood Moon is to keep them off of Tron, not to cut them off of blue mana. Maybe I should have fetched a Steam Vents there in case I draw more red cards. It's very possible. Or if they repeal this, I don't have red mana to replay it. I'm just going to pass here and plan to Boomerang this on their end step, perhaps. So I'm going to let this resolve, and I think I'm going to Boomerang this. Do I really care? Do I really care? I guess if I would have had red, I could have Runeflare Trapped them here. I reserve the right to time out anyone at any point for any reason. It's just how it goes. This is not a democracy. I don't have to be fair. I think if you think the small number of positive interactions you have via Magic Online chat realistically outweigh the number of negative reactions people constantly have, I think you're unrealistic. That's not reasonable. You're gonna repeal me in response here. I could get punished for not having a red source. Yep. So I'm gonna get punished for not fetching red. Yeah, I think not fetching the Steam Vents there was wrong. Alright. This is a democracy in the same sense that the United States government is a democracy. We advertise ourselves as such, but let's be honest, it's not. I'm gonna remand this. Hopefully we find a red source and get to re-Blood Moon them. We get 3 draws, so yeah, I definitely messed up with my fetching early. Alright, probably gonna do something big and bad to us here. I definitely punted this game. I think this deck is fun, and it's funny, which is a good combination. I should have drawn first. What could I have possibly drawn? I could have drawn a Simian Spirit Guide? Yes, you are correct. We could have drawn a Simian Spirit Guide. That's an interesting card. Can I take that off the table? Yeah, I have Wipe Away, right? They're gonna overload let's say they could overload what's it called against us. Yeah, Cyclonic, which is a card we're afraid of, right? Oh, Rift is 2 CMC. Yeah, that's true, actually. Huh. Huh. Interesting. I think I'm gonna hit the bell here. I guess if I ring the bell on their turn, I could Runeflare Trap them. Feared Visions is decent. Alright, we're gonna try the Blood Moon. I'm assuming this isn't gonna resolve. I am willing to damage whatever property you would like for me to damage. Yep. Yep, so the fact that I fetched strong earlier and couldn't get the Blood Moon back down, easily gonna lose us this game. Easily gonna lose this game. You find a big scary yet to end us? You're taking the remands out of my deck. You just want to look at my deck because I'm dead? They're playing a big scary to kill us now? If they don't have a big scary this turn, we probably kill them with the Runeflare Trap next turn, right? Oh, thought not here. Whoops. So long, trap, my old friend. Do 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 do. I've not played Smash Up in a long time, but once upon a time I played it. Long time ago. And Jake is 4, so probably 5 years ago. One of the board game groups I used to play with at, it's gonna be a Pithing Needle. A win con right here. What do you mean, what is the win con? There's a win con right here, and there's another win con right here. We have so many win cons, chat. Another Chalice. We putting Chalice on 3? Sure. So, ding this now. Play this. Ding it now. Pass the turn. They take 4 on their upkeep. Yep. Alright. Because Mikokoro has been pretty great. God, how good would it be if they just bricked off here? Yeah, we punted hard, I agree. We'd be super far ahead if I'd have fetched right early. They need an over-the-top player, a way to get rid of this owl. They can't repeal it either, right? Because they have Chalice on 3. They can't repeal it. They can't Cyclonic Rift it. They need like an Ulamog. Deck's unbeatable. Okay. Okay, Gifts Ungiven resolves. This hand seems great, but I can get a playable 6 or 5. Let's mulligan. Is repeal X or less? I don't actually know the text on repeal. Because they have a Chalice on 3. No, it's with converted mana cost X. It's not X or less. Good. I was remembering repeal correctly. Until April 1st. April 1st, I'm going to cut off the donations. No, Simian Spirit Guide is an ability. They're gonna gift for 2 cards just to get things out of their hand, right? I really hope they don't have a way to get out of this. Mindslaver and Ugin don't do it, right? Mindslaver and Ugin don't do it. Oblivion Stone... Oh, Oblivion Stone doesn't work because they have Chalice of the Void, right? So Oblivion Stone doesn't do anything. No, I'm supposed to give them Ugin Oblivion Stone, right? They could have Repeal in their hand. If they have Repeal, they can repeal their Chalice. If they have Repeal, they could repeal their Chalice. Commit does it. It puts target spell or non-land permanent into its owner's library. So that gets rid of the Ebony Owl. They're definitely getting the Ugin. I think it's Ugin plus Slaver. Yeah, Commit is definitely going away. Put that one in the bin. I think it's Ugin plus Slaver. What cards do we have that beat us if they Mind Slaver us? We could draw Cryptic Command. Wipe Away doesn't do it. Trap deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards in the player's hand. Runeflare Trap actually kills us. So we have 2 Runeflare Traps in our deck. I think it's just, well, we could draw cards that allow them to take our stuff off the table. Slaver, repeal their Chalice. We Boomerang our Owl. Oh, that's true. That's true. I like that. And then we just Boomerang the Owl. Oh, we can Boomerang the O-Stone and then Boomerang our Owl in response. The problem with that is they get too many cards out of their hand, I think. But that's probably not true. Actually, I think with the 2 Boomerangs in our hand, I'm supposed to just give them... I think I'm supposed to just give them these 2. Yeah, I think it's O-Stone and Ugin. I think O-Stone and Ugin because of the way our hand's lined up here. Repeal also draws them a card, so... Oh, wait, no, chat, we're dumb. We can't Boomerang, so they're gonna repeal this one. Alright, so we hope they don't have Repeal, I guess. I'm dumb. I let chat talk me into that. I wasn't paying fully attention. So, if they have... I guess if they have Oblivion Stone, they clear the board, though, right? And then, like, we get redraws. We could still kill them. We could still kill them if we draw a trap. Oh, they're just passing? Well, that's great for us. Deal. Passing sounds great for us. They casting something in my end of turn here? Holy crap, that's a Torrential Gear Hulk. Wow, that's a Torrential Gear Hulk. Okay. Yep. Oh, jeez. Holy crap. God, we're dead. We're dead. Yeah, Hulk for commit. Man, that was close because they get to put the owl back into our deck there. Man, if we'd hit a trap there, we would have killed him. We had 2 draws at a trap because we had the Spirit Guide to pitch. All right, I messed that game up. I should have had Blood Moon in play, but I messed up my fetching. So let's go ahead and submit. We get to have this game on the play. Try not to missequence my lands this time around. Play a little bit tighter. That was a really close game for the fact that considering that I messed up pretty badly. That was game 2. So this is game 3. We won the first game. Yeah, I agree. We were super in that game. PP Poo Poo Man with the $5 donation. Give me the who. I'm assuming that's an owl donation. I'm gonna assume that's an owl donation. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, that seems great, right? It's a turn 1 Howling Mine. Turn 1 Howling Mine, turn 2 Boomerang your land. This is our nut draw, right, chat? This is the nuts. Pick it up. I was unaware that we had a nut draw. I think I want to play the Taco Bell here just because I have the ability to play 2 2-mana spells next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. April 1st is going to be the cutoff for donations for what you see there. April 1st. That's a little unfortunate for us because it lets them develop their mana a little bit here, which sucks. I guess I just Boomerang that now, right? I guess I just Boomerang that. Tech Edge kind of makes me wish I would have fetched another Steam Vents out at some point, but it is what it is. Alright, we've got that. I guess if they're Tech Edging me, I'm kind of happy about that. Blood Moon's a good rip. F Gator with the 3-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support a quarter of a year. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. We're such good people. What's going on, Bob? We're gifting them so many cards for them to play. We're great people. So we're going to go Blood Moon plus Howling Mine this turn, I think. Another Runeflare Trap. Can we just kill them? Are they dead? Full Metal with the $9 donation. I'm assuming that's to round it out. I love a good meme. Here's an owl donation. They're just dead, right? That's lethal. We put Howling Mine into play and then we just 20 them during their draw step. They don't have blue mana, they can't play instants. This is just good, clean Magic the Gathering right here. Just the good, clean Magic the Gathering. Just 2 mana, 22U. Team Rocket's blasting off again! I love this deck. I take back every negative thing I said about this deck. Please keep playing this deck. Well, we're going to be playing a lot of this deck here. Shoes Selfie with the $110 donation. I'm drunk and I want to hear you complain about playing Howling Mine in Milwaukee. All right, we're playing Howling Mine in Milwaukee, chat. We're gonna be tuning this deck for Milwaukee, which means we're gonna be playing more leagues with it between now and then. We're gonna be tuning this deck for Milwaukee, chat. If we reach that $1,500 stretch goal, I'll be buying an owl costume and playing the Open in the owl costume in Milwaukee. Playing the Open in Milwaukee in an owl costume. And we had 3 different people in chat pledge to finish out the donations that we've had so far. If we get to just $1,000, so if we get to 1,000, 3 people have claimed that they're going to jump it all the way to 1,500. We started the Howling Mine donations this afternoon. This hand is kind of mediocre, but I'm going to keep it. I don't really want to go down again. I'm going to bottom that. We're looking for cards that draw cards. Hey, it's just Sealy with the subscription as well. Thank you for the Prime money. Take any of my current bits. I want you in that owl costume. Thank you for the bits. Kai with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, the trap's really good. I agree. I agree that the trap is insane. Can you snap trap? I'm not actually sure if you can snap trap. This matchup's probably unwinnable, right? This is one of the matchups we're going to have to look to fix. Trey Kill with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription as well. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that. My subscribers, y'all are the reason I'm able to do this as often as I do it, so thank you. You are the number of generous subscriptions we've had the last few months are the reason why I'm doing this full time now. Swaginator, hoot hoot motherfucker. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Draw spell, something that draws cards. Tilt. Yeah, Blood Moon and Chalice will probably be okay here, but we're definitely a dog. We're definitely a dog. So things we want to try Blood Moons in the main, we want to try Thing in the Ice in the board, we want to try Leyline of Sanctity in the board. So I'm not putting subscriptions towards the costume. Subscriptions just help me do this full time like I do, so any bonus donations will be put towards the costume that people want to peg for that. So I'm pretty sure we just need to activate this and start getting some cards flowing here. This Exhaustion will hopefully buy us a little bit of time. I used to have 2 icons now. You have 2 icons, FGator. You have a number 2 next to your name. You're number 2 for the bits leader. You have a sub icon and you have a number 2. Resilient. So the problem is people are going to board an artifact hate against us post board, so I think artifact threats are automatically worse. The problem with Search for Azcanta is that this deck's pretty good at spending its mana most turns, so I don't feel like we have enough to dick around with that. Yeah, the one Mikokoro has been great. I don't think I want a second, but the first one has been A+. This is shit sequencing. They could have drawn a 1 mana spell here. That was just bad sequencing on my part. I'm just trying to auto pass and being sloppy because of it. You're number 2 for the week, FGator. So the bit badges are weekly. I think we're just gonna die here. We get Angers and Engulfs and Chalices post board, but we'll see how this all lines up. I think this is pretty bad for us. It's a Bloodbraid Elf into a Bolt, sure. That they can't cast because of Thalia. That's just good deck building right there. This Exhaustion is going to be great here. Buy us a turn. Think about Grim Lavamancer. Grim Lavamancer is interesting. I feel like we don't fill the graveyard enough on average for that, most likely, though. Opponent's looking a little bit tired. Let's give them a break. Pretty sure we're dead here, but we'll take a couple of turns and a couple of draws here, hopefully. There's a Taco Bell. We're just dead, right? Yeah. I guess I could play this and not be dead. If they have Stone Nothing, this saves us. I've made a couple of small changes, but I've not done anything major at this point. Remember, Dictative Crewfix is worse than Temple Bell at triggering Owl, but there's also a chance that Ebony Owl Netsuke is just the worse win condition than Runeflare Trap. There's a very real chance that Ebony Owl Netsuke is worse than Runeflare Trap. Well, this requires they draw 3 cards in a turn, so we're a little bit more than 1 off. Well, I mean, we're dead on board if I can't play the Temple Bell. I had to play the what's it called? All right, so we're bringing in a bunch of cards. Is this a Blood Moon matchup? I don't think this is a Chalice of the Void matchup. Maybe it's a Trinisphere matchup? That seems loose. It's definitely a matchup for this. These seem good. Remand's pretty terrible. Wipe Away's pretty slow. They're probably Tribal Flames, a Tribal Flames deck, right? The deadline for Milwaukee donations is April 1st. April 1st. I'm going to add that at the bottom here. Yeah, it kind of matches up okay against Bloodbraid. But, like, it's only good against Bloodbraid is the thing. Like, that seems really narrow. That seems really narrow. Like, Thing in the Ice seems nuts in this matchup. It blocks early and then it flips to reset their board. I think they're just Naya. We definitely didn't... And, like, Naya Blood Moon is not stellar against. I'm just going to keep a Wipe Away in and just try and keep up with them. You pick it up with a Boomerang. Turn 1 Howling Mine. Let's do it. We got an Anger of the Gods here too. Yeah, they got Noble Hierarchs and stuff in their deck. Please, please, please. Ding. Yeah, I'm just going to use my mana. Will you carry around a Boomerang in your owl costume? Details on how the subs Discord works is here. You just subscribed this evening though, so sometimes you have to wait about an hour for it to sync. Why boom the land and not the Noble Hierarch? Because the Noble Hierarch is going to get cleaned up by this Anger of the Gods at some point, and the land puts them behind a land drop. So I'd rather they have more creatures in play and less lands in play, ideally, I think. We'll see if double red ends up being prohibitive here or not. If they Thalia us, it could be a little annoying. Hopefully we keep hitting land drops with this Howling Mine going. I don't think that's true. And also one of the things to think about too is that we don't necessarily want to flip TT super aggressively in this deck. I think there's going to be a lot of the times where we just want to like play thing and like block with it for a little bit. I think missing that land drop there is probably the death of us. I was hoping to hit a couple there. Even if we'd hit like a Spirit Guide just to get the Temple Bell into play or get the Anger Gods. I'm not sure, Swaginator. That's one of the things I was thinking about too. We have 11 red sources plus Simian Spirit Guides, but I might be light on red still. I might be light on red sources. I thought about Fire Spouts, but I really want my sweeper to kill Mantis Rider is the problem. Red source plus Spirit Guide, please. Red source plus Spirit Guide, please. We broke on a land, I'm going to concede. Alright, well that could maybe buy us enough time. This lets me Exhaustion them so they don't get to play more stuff out here. And then this gives us a window to draw another red source. The problem is our red sources deal some damage to us. Do we need a Cascade Bluff? So the problem is we need as many islands as possible if we want to play Engulf the Shores, but it's also possible if we're adding Thing in the Ice to the deck that we're not going to have room for we're not going to have room for that. All right, I think I'm just going to Exhaustion them and then Anger next turn so I don't have to fetch Shock here. I think we're probably dead regardless of how we slice this. Yeah, I think... So I cut the Spire Bluff Canals because we wanted to play Engulf the Shores, but I think if I'm playing Thing in the Ice, I can probably forego the Engulfs, which would be nice. So we can re-add the Spire Bluffs if I'm going to rework things like that. Planning on streaming Hex with the new set? Yeah, I am at some point, MTG mailing. I actually fired up a draft this afternoon that I'm 1-0 in with the new set, so definitely plan on playing a little bit, probably streaming as well. I'll just die to a Bloodbraid Elf here, but, you know, give it the college best. I have a lot of different ideas for things I would like to try in this deck. And since we're going to be playing it, and people have sent us a bunch of money to play it, we're going to try a lot of different things. The Ingulfs haven't been applicable so far, and I think they'd just be worse. They're worse than Thing in the Ice. I think they're worse than Thing in the Ice. In general, I don't play a ton of Limited, so no, I've not played any of that. Am I dead? Godok Teague. Damn it, Engulf the Shores. Guess I have another Anger at least. They are at 14. I guess if we draw a Runeflare Trap, we can kill them, right? Oh, never mind. They have Teague. Damn it, Teague. Milwaukee is April. Oh, we're just dead to a Bolt here. Sure. Good games, opponent. Sure, but like, again, Modern's a format where you can't afford to play like super narrow cards. You have to play cards that are generically good a lot of the time. Like, if your only goal is to bounce green creatures, sure, Hibernation's better than Engulf the Shores is better than Thing in the Ice, but Modern's not a format where everyone is just playing it soft. I mean, is it really soft? It can block it, and like, bouncing Bedlam Reveler isn't stellar. So I don't know that I'd exactly call it soft. I think not bouncing the old 2/2/2/0 pair up. Thanks, Magic Online. I appreciate you. Good quality GP Charlotte pairing there. Classic GP Charlotte pairings. I'm gonna mulligan this, I think. We talked about As Foretold a little bit. I don't feel like we have room for more 3-mana cards that don't impact the board, Justin. Is what it comes down to. I mentioned it a touch. I touched on it. The more we play this deck, the more it feels like Ebony Owl is not good and that Fevered Visions and Traps are just much better win conditions. Yeah. It's just gonna be an Owl deck in spirit by the end of it, it feels like. It feels like these cards are... My opponent actually said, huh, LOL in chat when they cast a Thoughtseize. I don't even think we want more traps. And part of the reason is, I feel like... You have advice on how often I should stream? You should just stream consistently. You should try and just get to a schedule so people know when and where to find you. And like this game's a great example of why you probably don't want more traps. We want more cards that can like keep us alive or like generate velocity for us, because like when our deck is working and winning, we generate enough velocity to find the traps that we need to win the game, I think. You have to read all 3 cards, right? looting's interesting because we're definitely in the market for card disadvantage, right? Like we don't mind putting ourselves behind cards. I think that's too, so like again, like I feel like the problems we're looking to solve, like when you're building a Magic deck, when you're making changes, you want to be asking yourself, what problem am I solving or issue am I fixing with every change that you make? So like, what issue does this deck have that you think adding those cards that you're suggesting fixes? And I'm not sure that I believe that it actually fixes anything. Wow, we are going to double Runeflare Trap them during their draw step here. We are gonna, so if Bob does 3 to them, they die to these Runeflare Traps. If Bob does 3 or more, they die to these traps. Oh, that's really bad for us. Okay, so now Bob needs to do a little bit more, but that's still fine. That's a land. All right, I think I'm just gonna double trap them here still, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna 14 them. Alright, so they're at 4. Maybe Lightning Bolt is good in this deck, just because it's a little bit of reach and it's interaction. That's another card, too, to consider that could be reasonable. Like, maybe it's good just because of that. We're probably dead here. Wipe away is pretty good. I don't know where is okay. We're just like wiping away this Tarmogoyf, right? BB, please. Alright, they're down to 2. We're gonna be dead to a bolt here, but I think I'm okay with that. Nah, I think I'd rather wipe this away than try and draw exactly our 3rd trap to kill them. You have the 3rd bolt. Could have the 3rd bolt here. Wipe away Bob so they don't accidentally die. Yeah, they fatal push their Bob. That's smart. Cryptic Command is so good. Can we get a shout out for my boy Cryptic Command? I realize we're dead to a lot of things right now, but I would just like to get a shout out for my boy Cryptic Command. How much I appreciate him. Yeah, good game opponent. God, we were gonna get him! We were gonna get him! You need triple blue to cast Cryptic Command, opponent. You need triple blue to cast Cryptic Command, chat. You need triple blue to cast Cryptic Command. Good talk, though. Good try. A for effort. F for reading magic cards. I don't know if I'd want the ley lines here, even. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is even a ley line matchup. I think it's just Blood Moon's in. I'm going to cut the Ebony Owls and just lean into the Fevered Visions, I think. I'm pretty sure I want the Spirit Guides. Maybe I don't want the Spirit Guides in the play. I'll trim one. I think I want to try, I'm going to start a list of things I want to try. So we want to try Blood Moon, Main. I want to try Gemstone, Caverns. I want to try Ley Lines, I want to try Thing in the Ice. What are other things we talked about? Probably want more Cryptic back in. So, Blood Moon Main, Gemstone, Cavern, Ley Lines, Thing in the Ice, more Cryptic Commands, Lightning Bolts. Reduce the number of Owls, yep. Thing in the Ice / threats in the board. Yeah, I like that idea. Faithless Looting. Rework mana. Yeah, bolts seem okay. I don't think Asphalt is good. Niv Mizzet finisher. Oh, Kefnet. Yeah, Kefnet sounds great. Kefnet sounds awesome. Someone suggested that the other night and I totally forgot about it. Kefnet sounds like the nuts. We're not going to make all these changes at the same time, chat. So and this is actually a good exercise in brewing for those that aren't familiar with how to build and good and change good decks. Can we get Kefnet sounds like the nuts as a quote? You don't want to make too many changes at once because then it can be hard to distinguish if your deck is doing better or worse because of the changes and which one. Now, Blue Sentience is too slow and clunky. Again, like the goal is to make the deck less clunky while keeping the win condition the same. Is basically what it comes down to. It's probably going to be a Pitch Spirit Guide cast Remand kind of turn too. I don't know that I want more traps. I feel like, again, I just feel like when we're actually winning the game, we're going to find our Runeflare Traps. And remember, we actually haven't had a lot of good Fevered Vision games tonight, but Fevered Visions is a card that kills our opponent. No, I think you just play Pyroclasm rather than cause Elixir turn F-Gator. I wanted a card that what did it do? I wanted a card that that killed Mantis Rider. Thinning a land out of your deck is super marginal, statistically speaking, and I'd much rather get a shock land into play tapped rather than have the marginal upside of having one more land in your deck. Possibly. A fourth trap is probably something to put on the we should try this list, but it doesn't sound amazing. I'll put it on the list. We're going to play a few leagues. Why would they be ghosting? Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that assessment. Yeah, look, we found something to do with these Blood Moons. Well, they fetched all their basics. Is Spreading Seas? I don't know that Spreading Seas is worth it. Like, what problem do we have that Spreading Seas is solving? Like, again, that's the question. Like, the fourth trap lets you steal games that you wouldn't otherwise be winning. I like that idea. That's a good constructive suggestion. It's like, this is fixing a problem that we have. It's allowing us to steal a game that we otherwise aren't winning. Bell is better than Dictate because we get to draw a card with it the turn we play it right away. So this always draws a card, whereas Dictate can die before it draws a card. Temple Bell is also better at triggering Owl, but if we're getting off the Owls, Dictate might be better than Bell just because it lets us hold up counter magic. No, I don't think so. I think Twin Cast is narrow and clunky. Yeah. Flash on the Dictate is nice, and not dying to Ancient Grudge is nice too, if we're being honest. Yeah, definitely. That's an interesting idea. Just like try and cheese more games. Like at that point, are we just like a bad Blue Moon deck? Like what are we? I feel like we're edging towards bad Blue Moon at that point. I don't like building worse versions of other things, basically. Well, I mean, none of them are card disadvantage. So I'm going to return this to their hand and draw a card here. Yeah, Bell is weak to Stony Silence and Pithing Needle. Not that Stony Silence is very good against us in general, so I'm not sure that's like a worthwhile discussion. Looks like we're going to die here. I think Is a Charm is kind of clunky and awkward in decks like this. And it just like never really does exactly what you want it to do. I'm going to do this now just in case we draw a land. I mean, sure, you might need answers to lots of things, but, like, what's an answer? Like, and again, like, the format's wide. You can just, like, remand Liliana's or play through them, potentially. Like, Liliana doesn't really do a lot if we have our engine going. A lot of the problems with Liliana get involved when you don't have your engine going, right? If we get you to the 1500, we also register Dave as Jeff Hootland. I'm pretty sure it has to match whatever is on my DCI card when I register. Pretty sure it's Primal Amulet 2. I don't know what that's like a 4-mana card, right? Like, I'm pretty sure cards that cost 3 and more mana that don't impact the board are not what this deck is looking for. Yeah, that's way too clunky and cute. That's way too clunky and cute. Remand is better than Mana Leak because it draws a card and it puts the card back in their hand, which continues our game of like putting things back in their hand. So yeah, all right, well, we 2-3'd. I feel like we had a couple of really close ones there. It felt a couple of times where like we're just like one turn or one small step behind. I'm not a big fan of building decks on screen just because like there's infinite people screaming things out and they all feel offended when I don't listen to exactly their stuff. So I've taken a bunch of notes here for different things that I want to try before we do different things to try before I play this deck in Milwaukee. So I think we're going to take these notes and come back with a real plan. Like I said, you hear me say constantly on this stream if you watch me on the regular that when you're building decks and making changes, you want to be answering questions. Okay, what problem does this deck have, and what change am I making to actively solve a problem this deck has? And the primary problem this deck has is things get in underneath it, and you're not able to keep the board in check. So how can we fix the problem of our opponents getting in under us? The answer to that question is things like Thing in the Ice, or potentially things like Main Deck Lightning Bolt. And Main Deck Lightning Bolt doubles as reach for those games where our Runeflare Trap come up just a little bit short. And yeah, we're going to record all of our matches with this deck, right? So we recorded a Maxium with the $5 donation there. $5 towards the Noble. Can I also get unpermabanned in chat by any chance? Yes. This is a good shout out to anyone who's ever been permanently banned. We are super heavy and hot with the banning key on this stream, but literally anyone that messaged me and politely asked, hey, can I get unbanned? Can I have another chance? Yes, I will. We always unban people, essentially. Unless you've been banned like 5 or 6 times for being aggressive or rude or, but just like typical Magic player stuff, if you said something obnoxious, or even maybe you don't think it's obnoxious, but I did and we banned you, we're always happy to unban people. Because guess what? If you're obnoxious again, rebanning people is fun. Always believe in second, sometimes third and fourth chances. So at any rate, we hit the donation goal, so I'm going to play this deck in Milwaukee. We're going to tune on it at the works of that. And then, yeah, I'm not sure if the Blood Moons are good. I'm not 100% on that either. So, banning people hype. Yeah, all the mods, banning people confirmed fun. Yep. And if we hit the $1,500 donation goal, I'm gonna wear an Aloe costume and play it at the open. You should message me your Twitch name, person that wanted to get unbanned. Maxim, thank you for the donation. I'm signing off for the night because it's 11:30 here, and my children wake up very early every morning. If you didn't catch this whole league, it lasted almost 2 hours. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. I'm gonna sit down and think about these changes for the next 20-30 minutes before I go to bed and get a drink of water, and I will tweet out the next version of this deck list that we're going to try out later on stream this week. So as always, thanks everyone for watching, and we're not going to play all Howling Mine decks. I've got a bunch of other things in the queue. In fact, the next deck we're playing, someone donated for a Cut the Line Ad Nauseam League, so tomorrow we're going to start with a Ad Nauseam League, but we will definitely be playing more of this deck between now and Milwaukee, so thank you everyone for the very generous donations. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for brainstorming fun ideas here in chat, and we'll definitely be back soon. Peace, folks.